everybody, and welcome to another week of Let's Talk. I am your host, author Dre Lett. Thank you for joining me for another fun filled week where we inform, inspire, and motivate. We get you going, get you going, get you going during these tough times and beyond. So come on in the room and have a seat so we can let's talk. I'm super excited that we are in a new year, year 22. Oh my goodness. I don't know about you, but I'm just excited, excited, excited. I'm not letting nothing steal my joy, no matter what, right? So, you guys, I'm super excited. So, come on in. You guys, as you know, you can view my show every week on Facebook. I have a special page for just the show. It's the Facebook page is Let's Talk with Author Dre Lett. It's going down there at the bottom. And if you miss the live shows, you can also view the pre-recordings on YouTube. So it's always fun to be part of the virtual audience because you get to ask questions and comment and have a good time with me. So come on in the room so I can have fun with my virtual audience. Speaking of my virtual audience, I see them all coming in the room and getting situated and sitting down, getting there something to drink. I see some of you are commenting and some are not. It's okay. It's okay. Don't be scared. Let's see here. Let me give a special shout out to those that are commenting and those that are not. Hello, welcome. Okay, so checking in from Las Vegas is my cousin, one of my faithful viewers. Love you, cousin. Mwah. Cousin Diana, cousin Diane. She says, hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, cuz. Love you. And yes, my soror. Yes, Shawne. Hey, lady, how are you? So glad you could join. She is going to be one of the featured guests in my Oldie but Goodie coming up shortly. And another one of my guests is joining is our the Let's Talk Life Coach Elise. Hello, hello, hey cuz. And let's see here, hubby, one of the producers. He says he's checking in from the man cave, and that is here in Atlanta. And let me go back here. Shawne is checking in from Atlanta. Elise is checking in from the Los Angeles, California area. And let's see, I got a couple more of you viewing. So wherever you're watching, don't be shy. Just put in where you're watching from. So just want to give you a special shout out. And I see more people coming in. So, all right, you guys. So, like I said earlier, Happy New Year and all that jazz. I'm still celebrating. I'm so glad it's a new year, 22. I'm calling it 22 because when you say 2022, it's like a tongue twister for me. So I just say 22. So today is planning your new year Friday. That's right. So as the new year starts off, you have a new year resolution. Everybody always have those. But do you ever have a new year plan? A plan that you can map out throughout the year that hopefully you'll stick to, whether it be finances, goals, your health, whatever it is. Do you have a plan? Well, our life coach, Elise Green, will be on in a couple minutes. She's going to go over some things with us to help you stay focused and how you can come up with a new year plan. So, super excited about that. So let's see here. As I mentioned, Elise will be coming on soon. And we also have our Juice Plus, a franchise owner. Yes, Shawne White Land. She came on the show back in July of 20. The show, I don't know why I thought it started in August, but it kind of started in the late June timeframe. And Shawne was one of the first guests. And she is a franchise owner of Juice Plus. So I'm super excited to be featuring her in our oldie but goodie, and a lot of the things that you'll hear her talk about still stands true today in 22. So super excited to have her on. So make sure you get your note pens and paper out, or your electronic notepad, what have you, and take some notes. So she's got some really good tips. That's coming on in a few minutes. So, also want to tell you guys the parts of the Midwest, parts of the Southeast, and the Northeast, we are getting ready to get slammed with Winter Wonderland. Yes, indeed. We're getting ready to get slammed with ice and snow. And in Atlanta, that's a big thing. One of my good friends just sent me a picture of one of the Walmarts, and oh my goodness, wiped clean of most of the food. I just could not believe it. Like most of the good frozen stuff, the popular foods wiped. And so people in Atlanta are losing their minds. They're buying up all the food, the bread, the milk. And we're only going to get in the Atlanta area, only going to get maybe a couple of inches and some ice. Ice is serious, but come on, you guys, buy up all the food. That's crazy. But anywho, so while you guys are snowed in or iced in, if you will, stay safe and stay warm. But if you get bored of those same Netflix and Amazon movies, go over to Amazon.com and make sure you download my latest book, which is How Did I End Up with Him, on the Kindle for $9.99. You can download it to your phone, your laptop, any electrical device, and you can just read it. It's a good read. I had several men read through the book in one setting. They said it was outstanding. So make sure you go check that out. Do something different, and kind of get you going, get your juices flowing for excitement, because part two is coming up. So stay tuned for that. Let me make sure I put that information up here so you guys can know where to go to purchase the book. Again, it's on the Kindle or any electronic device for $9.99. So that's a good price, right? Okay, so hot topics. Oh my goodness, you guys. So much to talk about before we get into our first guest. So, the first thing I want to talk about is, as you guys know, I always call this a podcast. And at some point, all my shows, I'm going to put the audio on Spotify and some of the other listening to areas or mediums, I should say. But for right now, it's just video. But I really look up to a lot of people that got podcast shows out there. And this person, I was just really shocked to hear. I know Joe Rogan, he is huge, and he pushes a lot of conspiracy theories, unfortunately. But this one was huge. I saw it on CNN when his guest came on the show. One thing as a host you don't want to do is not have your fact checks in place, right? You want to make sure you've done your homework. Well, in Joe Rogan's case, he has a show called The Joe Rogan Experience on Spotify. When his guest came on, and he corrected him on a COVID scientific fact. And Jeff is he's known to, excuse me, Joe is known to frequently spread misinformation about COVID and conspiracy theories and the vaccines and things of that nature. And so I guess 270 healthcare specialists, they've had it. They're tired of it. They're sick and tired of him spreading these lies. So they wrote a long letter to Spotify and basically said that, they're allowing their guests to come on and enabling and spreading lies and untruths to sow doubt in the public of about the vaccines and COVID. And so they feel like, Spotify needs to be held accountable. You need to weed out some of this crap. All these social media mediums need to, if they didn't have all these lies out here, I really believe the pandemic, we'd be through it and it would be gone. Not that many people would have died, and the vaccine, all that. But anywho, these 270 healthcare specialists, they were upset. So they wrote a letter, and I agree. Good for them, because I'm sick of it. I really am. Some of the stuff I've seen, I watch TikTok. I love TikTok. Sometimes I just watch it. I watch the funny stuff, and I die laughing. And every now and then, one will pop in about COVID and the vaccines. And one lady was on there saying she couldn't breathe and she had the vaccine. And come to find out, she was lying. She was having a panic attack. And so some of this stuff is out there. They really need to go out and just clean all these lies and untruths up. So, and the other thing with the vaccine, a lot of people say, well, we don't know what's in it. Well, you don't know what's in the food you eat. You don't know what's in the air you breathe. You don't know what you're drinking when you drink that Mountain Dew or that coffee, or so I don't understand. But anywho, maybe we need to have Dr. V back on to uh, tell us some more, or update us, right? So that's one hot topic I want to share with you guys. And then this one really kind of concerned me, this next hot topic. This one just really blew me away. You guys may or may not have heard the Supreme Court yesterday blocked the Biden administration from enforcing its sweeping vaccine or test requirements for large private companies with 100 employees or more. Can you believe that? But the conservative majority court allowed a vaccine mandate to stand for medical facilities that take Medicare and Medicaid payments. So just think, had this passed, OSHA would have been able to mandate and require companies, again, with 100 or more employees, that they get vaccinated. If they don't get vaccinated, they need to be tested once a week for the virus and wear a mask. Well, now they don't have to do anything, right? So the Supreme Court said, no, you're not going to mandate it, OSHA. And I'm just so disappointed. United Airlines came out and they said, this was really, really, it touched my heart. They came out and said that before the vaccines, get this, they had one employee die every week from COVID. Can you believe that? Every week. They said the minute they mandated that their employees get vaccinated, the deaths stopped, hospitalization stopped. And I mean, if that doesn't send a huge message, then I don't know what does. I mean, the bottom line is if people don't want to do right, then this is what I tell everybody: protect yourself. Protect yourself. If they want to come around you coughing and sneezing and nasty and all this craziness, protect yourself. The CDC just came out before I came on air, and they said stop wearing those cloth masks. They're not doing anything. You know, when you see people with the falcons or, you know, their favorite whatever mask that says whatever in the cloth, they're not protecting. They're not at all. So they're saying now they highly recommend you wear an N95 or a KN95, and you can buy those on Amazon. They're fairly cheap. They also said if you can't get a hold of a KN95 or N95, wear the surgical mask, but definitely don't do the cloth. So if people don't want to do right, make sure you protect yourself. Make sure you protect yourself. Point blank. Period. It's so sad how we've, you know, how this world is going. People are constantly still dying, not as much with the Omicron, but still being hospitalized. If the Supreme Court had done their part and did what they were supposed to do, we would have saw 22 more million people vaccinated, and we would have prevented 250,000 hospitalizations. Can you believe that? So, anyways, we got to stay prayed up, y'all. Take care of yourself. Make sure you eat, taking your vitamins. Make sure you're exercising. Take care of yourself and mask up. Mask up. Definitely. Definitely. Let me see what some of my virtual audience folks are saying here. Yeah. Shawne said the stores are a madhouse. I did everything online, Shawne. I was, oh my God, I was just, I didn't want to go in the stores because I knew it was going to be crazy, and I couldn't believe it. I got just about everything that I needed. Now I wasn't hoarding, but I just got the essentials. Let's see here. Oh, somebody said sadly the pandemic was politicized and it shouldn't have been. Exactly. Exactly. So true. And the person that politicized it, he is not worthy of me to say his name on my show. But the person that politicized it, guess what? He's double vaxxed and boosted. Yeah. Okay. They say they can't make people get the vaccine, but they can make women give birth. Exactly. Isn't that not crazy? You gonna control a woman's right on what she could do with her body. But you know, you can't make people get the vaccine. That's an excellent point, Shawne. Some more comments in here. I love when my virtual audience chime in with me. Absolutely. Oh yeah, and another viewer said, get your proper rest. Absolutely. That's huge. Oh my goodness. That's huge. I'm guilty of that. I'm so guilty of that. But I'm going to make every effort to make sure I get 6, 8, 9 hours of sleep. Get your rest. That is so huge. Okay, guys. So before I bring on our Odie but Goodie, I just want to give a special shout out. Yes, indeed. As you guys know, I got my pearls and I got my pink on. Yes, I am so proud. Tomorrow, January 15th, is Founders Day to my sorors and the ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Yes, indeed. Our sorority was founded on the campus of Howard University on January 15th, 1908. And throughout all these years of doing service to mankind, I'm so proud of our sorority. It's huge for us. We're celebrating. Just want to let you guys know, if you didn't know, we have some very classy, notable, prestigious members of our sorority. And it is no secret to most that Madam Vice President Kamala Harris is a member of our sorority. Yes, super proud of her. Rosa Parks, Bernice King, Coretta Scott King, Alicia Keys, Brandy Norwood, Felicia Rashad, Toni Morrison, Loretta Devine, Mae Jemison, Katherine Johnson. That's the lady that was in the movie that she did all the mathematician numbers for NASA, and so many, many more. So super excited. Happy Founders Day. Tomorrow is the day. So I'm shouting out tonight since we were live tonight. So super excited. Yes, my source said J15, 114 years of sisterhood and service to the community. That is so true. So it's more about wearing your pearls and your pink and looking cute. It's about rolling up your sleeves and servicing mankind and getting to work in your community for the better of man. So super excited about that. Okay, so what a perfect segue to my sorority sister who said that she is one of the Odie but Goodies, as I call it. Super excited to have her on. And again, this show stems from July of 2020. So we are going to take a listen to this show. And you guys make sure you ask with the question that if you have any questions, still put them in comments because she's watching the show and I'm sure she'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have. So here we go. Everything over to you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hey, look, he can send us home. I mean, hey, my segment is over and done with.
He was good. Oh
He
my God.
was good. He hit all the right points.
He did.
Really healthy living is a choice. It's
Mm-hmm.
a hard choice sometimes, but it's a choice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a journey. And we have to just make a conscious effort to do what we already know we're supposed to do, which is eat right, sleep more, stress less, and then get some more exercise, moving, getting yourself going. But I mean, he was right on.
Oh my goodness. Yes. So I'm going to turn the floor over to you because I just want to hear everything you have to share with us about your journey and how you stay healthy and what do you recommend. And I'm just going to let you take over and I'm all ears.
All right. Well, I'm going to take it then. Take the wheel.
Okay.
All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
All right. So you hear me say JP Life all the time, or somebody on my Facebook page might see JP Life, and really it's just my journey towards a healthier lifestyle.
Okay.
And I've always been active, but I didn't always eat the right foods. But when my doctor told me I was pre-diabetic, I knew that I had to make a change, and trying to outrun my fort wasn't working anymore. And I literally tried most of the fad diets out there. The shakes in the can, total liquid diet, soup diet, cabbage diet, sprinkling white powder on your food to dull your senses so that you won't want food, diet pills, you name it, counting point. But getting healthy was a challenge. And like I said before, I knew what I needed to do, but it just was not easy. And it's not easy for a lot of people. A lot of people are unhealthy. You got a lot of people with heart disease. 1 in 2 women and 1 in 3 men will develop cancer. A lot of people have diabetes. Children are obese. And children are more harmed by a poor diet than by exposure to drugs, alcohol, and tobacco combined. That's
Wow.
Dr. David Katz at Yale.
Wow.
And we're exposed to a lot more of the environmental toxins, and our food supply is decreasing. The quality in our food supply is decreasing. More than half of what Americans eat is processed food, and 80% of what's in the supermarket now didn't even exist 100 years ago.
Wow.
And so we can exercise, sleep more, stress less, drink more water, use safer products, and eat real food. And fruits and vegetables are real food. And experts agree that most diseases are preventable with good nutrition.
Oh, yeah.
And looking at this apple, you can see you cut an apple in half, it automatically starts the aging process. Oxidative stress is what causes that aging and disease. But antioxidants in fruits and vegetables can protect the cells from oxidative stress. So literally, fruits and vegetables are good for you and they could save our lives.
Oh, yeah.
So people don't realize we need 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. And athletes need even more than that. And people wonder, well, why do we need so many? I recently visited my parents and they were complaining, well, why do I have to eat all this? I lived all this long time and I didn't have to eat all these fruits and vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, but you back in the day, you ate what was close by. You all ate from the farm that was down the road from you, or from the butcher had the slaughterhouse right nearby. Now, produce is being picked before it's ripened, and transported thousands of miles away. Animals are getting hit with these steroids and just hormones so that they can produce more and more and more. And we're just not getting enough servings.
Wow.
So what we do is we try to take vitamins to make up what we're not getting. And nothing can substitute the phytonutrients that's in whole foods. You can see that a vitamin might have some isolated nutrients, but an apple has about 10,000 phytonutrients. So then when you combine that with the other fruits and vegetables that you're getting, you can see that you could get a whole lot more from the whole food itself.
Oh, wow.
So this is me, and this is why I began my Juice Plus journey. And basically, can't tell by my Southern drawl from the South.
Oh.
And I realized that my Southern diet wasn't getting it anymore. You know, fried foods, high-fat foods, vegetables cooked to death, washing everything down with sweet tea, and soda, not getting enough servings or varieties. I had like my 5 go-to vegetables, lima beans, greens, green beans, broccoli, cabbage. That was it. Nothing like what we really need every day. Okay. And eating out costs me money and pounds.
Yes, that's me.
If you go out, you know that dollar menu has a lot of unhealthy choices on it. But the healthier choices tend to be a little bit more expensive. And the older that I get, I notice that exercise just doesn't have the same effect on my body that it used to. And my friend Sheila introduced me to Juice Plus, which was my way to supplement the plant-based nutrition that I wasn't getting in my diet. And I wanted a better quality of life for myself. And because it is a long-term commitment, that's why I say a JP life. It's not just a trend.
Okay.
And so I've always been active, like I said, but you know, you have to try to cross-train and switch up your routine. So here are some pictures of myself, like outside of the gym or at an African dance class, of course, roller skating.
Yes.
Picture I took from Lisa, and then doing some Tai Chi.
Wow. Okay.
And in addition to exercise and getting more sleep, I tried to add more plant-based foods into my diet. So I started with smoothies because that's a good way to kind of blend extra fruits and vegetables up and kind of get more into my body. And then, of course, drinking more water. And I even started growing produce on my tower garden that I named Fertile Myrtle.
I love that.
And that's myrtle. And this is some of the produce that I harvested off of myrtle not too long ago.
No chemicals.
It's an aeroponic growing system.
Oh, so there's no chemicals at all, right?
There's
no chemicals at all. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. I mean,
no, what I put on it is what's on it. Like you get the water in the reservoir and the minerals that you put in the reservoir. And then what happens is there's a pump that shoots the water up to the top, and then that mineral water trickles down over the root. Okay. And there's no pesticides unless I physically spray pesticides on it because it's on my deck or on my patio, or if I have grow lights in my house when I'm growing it. It only takes about a 3 by 3 square foot of space up in the house and about the amount of electricity as a standard night light.
Awesome.
It's real energy efficient, cost efficient, and you know, if you think about the potential and breaks in the supply chain, I mean, this is local. You can't get any more local than walking out on your deck and getting some salad.
Wow, that's awesome. Looks good.
All right, and so this is an example of what I used to eat. And sometimes I still do. I mean, I'll still eat pizza, but I might try to say, well, throw some spinach on there for me, or instead of a regular hamburger, I might say, go to a turkey burger or go to a plant-based burger. They have some really good plant-based burgers that are pretty good. And then, if somebody has a birthday or some celebratory event, I don't feel guilty about indulging because I know that's not something that I do every day. Michelle Obama said, moderation, not deprivation. But I
Yeah.
know that I have a way to bridge the gap between what I'm supposed to be eating and what I should be eating. So that's the important thing.
Wow.
And so that's it. I mean, I saw somebody said something about some red wine, and yes, I plan to open some and have a drink before I go to bed tonight. But again, moderation, not deprivation.
Yeah. So you can cheat every now and then. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, and really, they say that one glass of red wine is good for your heart. So I'll take my heart medication before I go to bed.
Yeah. The wine, I know. My husband and several of my friends, they like the smoothies. It's huge. So can you talk a little bit about the smoothies you mentioned earlier? Because he bought this big conglomerate blender. And so before I've been going to the store getting the fruits and veggies. And I talked about the
Right.
restaurant experience, people sneezing on the fruit. Now I'm like, oh, so the smoothies, is it easy? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, the smoothies is you can use any protein powder that you like.
Okay.
But it's just a matter of adding the fruits and vegetables that you like to it. And
Okay.
so you might start out with a general recipe.
Hmm.
And then as you get more and more daring, you can throw different things in it. I went to a smoothie party not too long ago.
Okay.
And so the lady just shared some different smoothie recipes with the people at her party. And she was like, well, I'm going to put some avocado in this chocolate shake. And I
Oh.
was like, oh, avocado in a chocolate shake. I don't know if I want to taste that. But it was delicious. It was creamy.
Wow.
You
Okay.
couldn't tell that there was anything green in it.
Mm.
So the good thing about smoothies is that you can add as many fruits and vegetables that you like. Sometimes people add different seeds into it, um, quinoa, um, what else? Flax seeds, all kinds of things.
Oh,
Ginger
wow.
root. They add a whole lot of different ingredients into their smoothies. And it's just a way to get even more plant-based foods into your body. And, a lot of the JP Life is about making one simple change and adding one simple change and then one more simple change. And then by the time you've made a different simple change every month,
Mhm.
after so many years, you're living a completely different lifestyle than you were before
Mhm.
you started. And it only takes one simple change.
And that's awesome because you're correct. Because as I notice, as we're getting older, you're right. You have to take better care of your body, exercise, and eating the right things. And it's okay to cheat every now and again. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. Does anybody have any questions for Shawne? Carla said that she loves cucumbers in hers. Shawne, Yoster says you are amazing.
Oh, thank her. And she is too. I saw her getting that jump rope challenge with me. Woo, jumping girls.
Mr. Husband said red wine. Can you speak more on that? He's so silly.
I saw that red wine. I like red wine.
I do too. And he loves
And
red wine.
I've recently, at first, I was a Pinot Noir
Okay.
red wine drinker, and now I'm crossing into the Malbec
Oh, I
red
got
wine. So,
Oh
yeah.
goodness. Shared is a wealth of information. My goodness. Can you tell everybody how they can follow you or get in touch with you if they want to get the smoothies or talk with you, get some advice from you?
Yes. My website is www.shawne.juiceplus.com.
Okay. And Shawne is spelled S-A.
Shawne.
All right. That's awesome. Definitely. Because I know Mark's going to be hitting you up for the smoothies. I can already, I can,
Oh, I see in the chat, somebody said I'm not there yet. Avocado, no.
oh,
I
that's
mean,
my cousin.
it's really good. And once I started masking it into my smoothies,
Hmm.
then I got to the point where I could eat it outside of the smoothie. So
Yes.
it's like you feed your body and then it craves what you feed it.
Oh,
Give
yeah.
it a chance. Try
I
to
try it.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
And Kojak said you helped his son with his cancer. That's awesome, Shawne. Oh my God.
Oh.
That is
I
awesome.
mean, okay, I'll say this. We don't make any medical claims with Juice Plus,
Okay.
but when your body gets nutrition, your body knows what to do with it. And
Yeah.
we know that the research shows that oxidative stress and inflammation are two of the beginning phases of all diseases. So if you can get fruits and vegetables in there and the proper nutrition, it can certainly help to reduce your chances of getting advanced oxidative stress and inflammation. It can help reduce it. So
Absolutely.
I'm
That
glad
is
that he
awesome.
saw some benefit from healthier lifestyle changes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anything we can do to strengthen our immune system. And if we do get it, we got a fighting chance, right? So I'm
Yeah, and oh, just one more tip.
uh-huh.
Since a lot of people are working from home now, I know it's easy to get behind the computer and kind of be there planted, but just try to remember to set a timer for like every 15 to 30 minutes just
Mhm.
to get up and walk around, even if it's just, get up, walk around your house, and then come back. But don't sit the entire time because they say sitting is the new smoking, and we don't want that.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
Thanks for having
But
me.
thank you so much. Awesome. Awesome. You're welcome anytime. I appreciate you so much.
I appreciate you. Bye, everybody. Stay safe.
Okay. Bye-bye. Well, there you have it. Yes, indeed. That is Juice Plus franchise owner Shawne White Land. And that was taped July of 2020. So all of that still stands true. You guys, her information is scrolling down there at the bottom if you want to get in touch with her. She's also watching the show live. So if you have any questions, make sure you put it in the comments. And if you're watching it pre-recorded, make sure you put the comments on YouTube and Facebook, and I'm sure she'll go back and check it out and or contact her directly. So super excited that she came on to share that with us. It still stands true till today in 22. So thank you, Shawne. All right. So without further ado, we have my next guest. She is the life coach of the Let's Talk show. Yes, indeed. She is going to go over with us on how we can plan out our year for 22. Let's bring her on in the room. Hey,
Hello, hello, hello. Happy New Year, beautiful.
Happy New Year. How are you?
Cheers to you. Can
Yes,
you hear me?
I can hear you excellent. What's that
Hmm.
you drinking?
I'm not hearing you.
Oh, you can't hear me? Oh, no.
No, let's see.
Oh,
Okay.
maybe it's
Well,
your headset.
let's see. I'm in my undisclosed location getting some much needed rest. So I'm going to do a little thing here and just,
Or, or just go out and come
there
back
we go.
in.
Okay, I'll go out and come back in one more time.
Okay, guys, while she does that, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at some of these comments here and see if we can go over them while she gets her audio situated. Let's see here what we got. A couple of people commenting about food. They said the apple is powerful. Yes, indeed. The body doesn't know what to do with the GMO food, processed food. Yes. They liked her fertile myrtle, and I think Shawne still grows fertile myrtle, if you will, or she has another one rather. Let's see here. Shawne, let's see, good information. Kojak was on tonight. He was on back then, so Kojak has been I won't say a fan, but been a supporter. One of my huge supporters. Awesome. He's watching tonight again. Hey, Kojak and family. Let's see here. Happy New Year. So yes, everything that Shawne talked about almost 2 years ago still stands true to today. And unfortunately, we're still in this pandemic, but we got to do what we got to do to take care of our bodies, make sure we're healthy. Because if you got people like the Supreme Court and the Joe Rogans and all these other fruitcakes out here spreading lies and so forth, and people still getting sick, make sure you take care of yourself. Eat the right foods, the veggies and things of that nature. And I'm going to put up Shawne's information again while we wait on Elise to get her audio. This is how you can get a hold of Shawne and make sure that you're eating healthy foods and things of that nature to keep you healthy and get the rest that you need. And as you saw, she's very active. She's roller skating. She's dancing. She's doing all of that. So you guys definitely make sure you keep doing that to stay healthy. And if you're not, get on board. Get on board. Let's see, some more comments came in. Oh, okay. Somebody said something about let me just double check this. Hibiscus tea lowers blood pressure. Yes, I have heard that. I have heard that. Yes, I have heard that. Let's see, you can get the loose flowers at most Latino markets. Okay. Okay. I gotta definitely do that. Get involved with that because I don't have high blood pressure, but I want to do everything I can to prevent from ever getting it, right? So that's a good thing to know. Let's see if I think Elise is still trying to connect. She took a mini vacation, so she's away from home. So you know how it is when you go to a hotel, the internet's not working the way you want it to, and all kind of crazy things like that. So let's see. I'm just gonna go through some more comments here as she is logging on again. Let's see. So what are some of your plans for 22, you guys? What are some of the things that you see yourself doing? I know for me, one of the number one things I'm going to do is I'm not going to let anybody steal my joy. I know it's easier said than done, but I'm going to really work on that. People getting underneath my skin or people saying the wrong things. I'm going to just work on just saying whatever and just laugh it off. I'm not going to let it bother me. I'm going to keep it moving because at the end of the day, we're above ground and we're breathing, right? So all that other craziness can go out the window. Okay, here she is. Let's try her again. Okay, let's see. Can you hear me?
I hear you perfectly now. Let me turn down my cell phone because I'm watching on that. Oh, I apologize. Yes, you're
No
right.
worries. You need that vacation, that getaway time, right? Everybody needs
Girl, after the last couple of years, yes, yes. But I wanted to say Happy New Year's. It's so good to see you. I wanted to say cheers to you. This is,
oh,
I'm out of my emergency, so this is my chai tea.
okay. Is it good? What does it taste like? I keep hearing about that.
Oh, chai tea is really good. It's really good. I didn't do it with almond milk. I just have a little hot water and then the chai tea mix in it. So I get, play with the little wine glass because I don't drink wine.
I understand. Oh my goodness. So I'm super excited. The viewers are as well to hear what you have to share with us about our plans for 22 and how we can stay on track. As you heard, Shawne was on telling us how to eat healthy. And so now we need to hear from you on how do we just keep this train going right through 22.
Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna have to get back to doing what she said. I used to do the smoothies and things happen and you just kind of drop the ball. I got to pick that ball back up and keep bouncing it. So welcome to 2022 or 22, as you say. And yeah, I wanted to encourage people, to really grab hold of the year. Don't let the year run them, but for them to run the year. Let us run the year. Let us decide how the year is going to be. Even though we have all these outside things going on, but there's something that we can control. So I'm excited to talk about planning your year in less than 90 days and being able to have your whole year ahead of you. But the first thing you do before you plan is to review. So we don't make the same mistakes that we did in the past, or we can look and see what worked, what didn't work. Okay. So we want to look back, review. How did 2021 go? Was it the same as 2020? Did we do anything different to make it different? Or did we just kind of ride the wave? Sometimes riding the wave is not the way we need to go. It's taking us and us not making a decision. So review how 2021 was and then decide what worked, what didn't work. Okay. And it's okay when things don't work. We learn from them. Those are learning opportunities. Instead of it was bad, let's turn that word around and be positive about it. We had challenges. We figured out what didn't work. And now we know what not to do. And now we can try some of the other things to do. So don't think of it as oh, as a failure or anything, because there's no failure. It's all lessons. Okay. So what strengthened us? What did we get through that we didn't think we were going to get through? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then look back at that, celebrate that, because we don't celebrate ourselves enough and others. Celebration is important. If we don't celebrate, we have lack of motivation to keep moving forward. You know, why are we going there? So celebrate what you got strength in, what you overcame, what you pushed through. You're still standing. This
Yes.
is all good stuff, you know? And then how we can grow from what strengthened us. How can we grow from that? What can we add to that? Because, you know, we've got the foundation. Now let's start building upon that. You know, we've got the good stuff. Okay, we took out the bad boards. They were weak. So we were going to replace those with good things. We figured out what didn't work and now we know what works. So we grow from it. And then we're going to move forward. We're going to let it go. Like Rafiki said in The Lion King, boop, it happened in the past. There is nothing you can do about what happened in the past, but you can plan for your future. So this is where we're going now. We can't change the past, but we can, you know, definitely plan for the future and watch out for those potholes now that we know what they look like, those that minefield, some of those triggers that set us off, and we can walk away. Take a break. Look, I got the woo-saw. I'm going back to Wakanda.
So true.
So looking at planning, well, did you get your new planner for the year?
Yes, I did. I sure did.
All right. Have you started using it?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I have.
You wrote your name in it.
I did. I have so many planners. It's hilarious. But yes, I've started. I want 22 to go much, much better than 20 and 21. Definitely.
Absolutely. Well, writing your name in your planner is a very good start because you're owning that planner now. Now we're going to tell the planner what's going on. Okay. So, in planning for the future, I encourage people to learn the truth about themselves. And so when they do that retrospective of 2021, just be honest with who you are. You're lovely, you're amazing, you are you. So be honest with yourself about your truth. If you are not into, you know, remembering things, write it down. And that's why we have planners. And if you don't like paper, we have phones that we can use the task part of our calendar, and it will remind us to do things. I am good at that. Well, maybe I'm big at that. I struggle with drinking water. So mine reminds me to drink water.
Me too. Big time. Yes.
And I'm really bad at sitting at the computer too long.
Yes.
So I have it to remind me to eat lunch.
Yes. Get up, move around.
Get up, move around. So I found out the things that I'm challenged at, and I'm finding a way to work through them. So that's part of my truth, is that I can get focused on what I'm doing and just forget about it. And so I need to do the healthy things. Acknowledge your truth is what I said, for yourself. That way you are being open and honest with your planning and your calendar. Using your calendar is truly important. You can use it as a time management tool, or you can use it for big visionary tools. Now, I wasn't going to do this, but since it's right here, I will. I got one of my new, because I have issues. One of
Ooh,
my new little cute calendars.
lovely.
Um, I like the desk size because I like to be able to see what I'm doing. I
Mhm.
like to see what I've got in front of me. What is this month looking like? Am I going to be able to add to it? So here's what January was starting to look like. Okay, where am I going?
Wow.
Here I go.
Wow.
Yeah. Did I
Okay.
get it right?
Yes, I did
Okay.
see it.
So,
Mhm.
okay. So January, and I'm already into February now because I have lots of things coming up that I want to share with you guys later on. But I'm also like this one because it has the whole month, but then it has the days, and I can get real in depth in my days and what I want to do and how I need to get it done. And what happens to a lot of us is that we get overwhelmed with seeing all the stuff and we forget that we can't eat the elephant in one bite.
Oh, so true.
We have to break it up, break it into bite size, morsels. And so that's what taking it from the big vision of your monthly calendar and putting it in the daily. Now, if you don't have a calendar and you don't like calendars, but you're okay with, you know, notepads, that's fine too. There's the notepad, and then there's something we used to use back in the day. It's called a tickler file, which is a 1 to 31. It's just 31 files where you would stick stuff in. And on that day, you would grab that file, and whatever's in that file, that's what you worked on.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. So, learning to use the tools to help you plan for your year is important. So, now that we have our tools, whether you're using a table calendar, a wall calendar, you have a chalkboard, you have one calendar that fits in your bag, however you use it. Or if you're using a digital calendar with reminders on it, that's great. That's our foundation tool. Now what we want to do is begin to look at things that are truly important that you would get in trouble for forgetting, like
Birthday.
birthdays, anniversaries, um, even the things on your credit card, things reoccurring bills, um, you know, subscriptions that we are subscribed to. All of those things, we need to plot that out on our calendar so that it's there. Um, Oftentimes, they will send us reminders, especially since we've gone to almost paperless. However, having it there, knowing it's there, that's also going to help you with your budgeting because now you're looking at what to tell your money to do. Does that make sense?
It does. It
Okay.
does. Mhm.
So getting those important dates on the calendar and just take your time and do it. Don't stress out. 12 months, I got to do a month at a time. That's all you can do is a month at a time. You can only handle these 24 hours and you're only given a minute at a time to work on it. Okay?
Yes.
So no stressing. No stressing. Stress is not the word we're going to use for 2022.
I know that's right. No stressing. No
Okay.
stressing.
So we get the important dates on there. Then think about work dates, work things that are coming up. You know, if you're in industries that have conferences, you want to put those conferences on there and retreats, children's camps, and their doctor's appointments. And just take these categories one at a time
Mhm.
and add them on your calendar. It will begin to build. Okay. And like I said, I suggest getting the calendar that also has the daily. So then you can go to the day and write out what you need to write. And what I love putting on the day is if there's a doctor I need to call, I just write the phone number of the doctor there. Or an account number or something I need to pay. I'm going to use this credit card. I put the last four digits of that credit card on there that has to get paid, so that I know what I'm working with because I work with way too many credit cards. I'm just saying. I'm being honest. I'm owning my truth. And make sure you have those things on your calendar.
Mhm.
Also, we're so focused on the external things that are work related, bill pay, kids got to get this done. Don't forget to calendar yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget to calendar me time.
Mm-hmm.
And when I work with my clients, and a lot of times it's doing budgeting and they get frustrated, I'm like, well, have you paid yourself? And like, what do you mean pay myself? Well, that line item, whether you're a Christ follower or whoever, there's the tithing or, whoever your philanthropy, there's your income that comes in, you put that there, there's savings you put away. But why aren't you on the line item? There's no line item for you. Pay yourself. Now you can pay yourself lump sum, each paycheck. And it doesn't even have to be in money. But pay yourself. Pay yourself with time. Time is money. Time is valuable, and you can't get time back. So instead of saying, "Oh, I wish I had taken some time off last month," I did. Now I'm stressed and I'm looking at my calendar and there's not enough. No.
So true, especially with sleep for me.
Yes, plan their sleep. I have on my calendar where it tells me this is end of the day. I plan for my next day, and it's like, boom, shut it down. Shut it down. So plan for yourself on your calendar. Now, if you want to step it up, I have a day each week that I don't answer the phone. You can text me. I might text you back and ask you, are you bleeding out of your eyes or something like that? But it's my day. It's my Sabbath. And I know that, I'm not going to get into whether it should be Saturday or Sunday. I was in the ministry for so many years. And so we're so busy ministering on those days that Monday is my ministry Monday. And so that's the day I take. And I tell people, don't call me. I apologize. I won't be answering. And, at first it was hard for some people, and it was hard for me too, because, I'm a nurturer. But I've learned to pay myself in time for myself.
That's awesome. That's a good tip. Definitely.
Refresh myself. So Mondays, I'm sorry, Dre, don't try and contact me. Send me an email. I'll get back to you on Tuesday.
I love it. I love it. You got to shut it down for yourself. I love it.
You do. Or we will go nonstop, because that's our culture. We've got the hustle mentality, the grind mentality. And I get it. And that worked when we were 22.
Right.
But I'm proud to be 58, and that don't work anymore.
Right. Exactly. We want to see many, many more years to come.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes. So as your previous guest spoke about, getting that sleep, getting that rest, make that time for yourself. Calendar yourself. Make yourself a priority.
Yeah.
You are a priority. And, the bosses will not like this. But I'm sorry, your corporation where you work, you're a line item on their budget.
That's deep.
You're not there. Somebody else will be put there.
So true. So
honor you. I'm sorry, I'm so distracted by this wing. The new year, you try to get some new hairdo, and the hair is doing this. Okay, I'm focused. I am such a squirrel. I apologize.
It's all good. We got to have fun with it. It's all good.
Yes, we do. So put you in the mix, and put you in the mix high up. Don't wait till you've got everything done and things like, well, I got 15 cents left. You can't even get Thrifty's ice cream for 15 cents anymore. So make sure you put yourself high up in your calendaring and in your budget. Okay. Make sure you give yourself some time. I encourage people, especially when they're getting frustrated throughout the day, just stop, set your phone for 15 minutes, find a quiet spot and sit. Just capture those 15 minutes, replenish yourself, refocus, and then go back to doing what you're doing. Having said that, if you follow my routine here and plan out your time, you will have less of those frustrating times. We cannot control the external. We can only control and plan for the internal. And once we have the internal planned out, then we can see where we've got holes or things that need to be shored up, or where things might be coming at us.
Yeah.
And then we can use that really great sentence that we forget is a sentence, and it's the word no.
That's right. No.
Say it with me, everybody. Put it in the
No.
chat in capital letters. No.
No. That's
It's a complete
it.
sentence.
Mhm.
And it's okay to say no.
Mhm.
Okay.
Love it.
So you've added yourself to your calendar, and think about your vacation time.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
if you don't know exactly what you're going to do, block it out on your calendar, highlight it, make it something that stands out so that one, we don't overbook ourselves because we didn't have it blocked out. you
Mhm.
know that's
Mhm.
you. Oh, I love it, I love it. Go
They say
Diana,
no.
go Carla, go
And you know
Shawne.
what's so funny
Yeah.
about
No.
Diana and Carla? They're caregivers.
Oh,
And big
definitely.
shout out to them because when you're a caregiver, you can really burn out
Mhm.
easily. So that is some awesome advice that you just gave. That's right.
I love my caregivers. I honor you. It
Mhm.
is not easy to be a
No.
caregiver and to just put someone else's life almost before yours,
Mhm.
because you wake up thinking about what you've got to do. And so really, really, really put yourself on your calendar. Honor your time. Block out that Sabbath, that whether it's a half day, a whole day, 3 hours. Give yourself time to decompress and then come back together.
Mhm.
The better you are for those whom you serve and honor.
Wow.
So again, caregivers, I honor you. Thank you so much
Absolutely.
for what you do.
Absolutely.
So you're on your calendar. You are on your calendar, and now you're excited about your days, because you know what will happen once you start planning your day. You'll start to plan fun things for yourself, things that
Mhm.
build into your life, things that encourage you to be more, for yourself. And then, the thing is that then others will feel the good that you feel now. So that's great. So we've got the urgent things, the important dates. We've got bills, doctor's appointments. We've got children's appointments. You have conferences for work, important meetings, your doctor's appointments, people,
Yes. So
your
important.
doctor's appointments, because you are totally important,
Yes.
and your time for yourself. You know, now everything else you want to put on the calendar, fine. But those are the most important things to put on your calendar. I'm not trying to get you to plan your year to cram a bunch of other things in it. Trust me, we're going to do that. But if we put this framework together, you'll be able to protect your energy, you'll be
Mhm.
able to protect your mindset. It will give you something to stand on now, instead of looking at a blank calendar and knowing you don't want to do whatever it is you don't want to do and afraid to use that word no. You can look and say, oh, you know what, I'm not available that day.
Yep.
Oh, that time is not available. I apologize. And
Mhm.
here's a pet peeve of mine. Stop scheduling yourself back to back to back to back.
I'm guilty of that.
There has to be transition. We are not robots. We don't just flip switches.
Mhm.
You've been in a meeting, you've been triggered. You need to now go decompress and work with that.
Yep.
So don't have a meeting from 1 to 2, and then you got a meeting at 2 and you still in the meeting. And then the
Mhm.
2 o'clock meeting's on the other side of the building. Or you got a meeting from 1 to 2, but your doctor's appointment's at 2 and you're still at the meeting.
Mm.
So transition time, people, and be honest about it. Don't listen to GPS and it says it takes 22 minutes. No,
Mm-mm.
GPS fibs. GPS doesn't tell the truth. You got to give yourself cushion time. You
Yes,
don't know how other people drive. You have
that's
no idea if there's a tractor trailer that, jackknifed, or they're
mhm.
working on the streets, or,
Mhm.
you don't know those things. And especially when there's inclement weather, rain and snow and it's windy and all of that, you really have to give yourself time. So when you're booking your meetings or setting up your doctor's appointment and your appointment's at 2:15, Don't just give yourself half an hour to get there.
Yep.
Give yourself an hour. You got to find parking. You got to walk to where you got to get to. You got to get in there and then get in there and sit. And then they tell you, well, your blood pressure's high. Well, you just hoofed it from the car trying to get to the doctor's appointment.
Right.
So we just really have to learn to do it. Our great grandparents, God bless them, their lives were different. They walked a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't book a lot back to back because, when you couldn't, transportation wasn't like it is today. Or now we're just like, well, I'm going to get off this call and get on a Zoom and then I'm going to do this. But did you go to the restroom? Did you get up and walk? Did you drink
eat?
your water? Did you eat?
Mm-hmm.
All of these things are very important. This machine right here, our bodies are brilliantly made. However, we need to maintain this brilliantly made machine.
So true. So true.
Most people plan, especially if you have a luxury car. Oh, honey, I got to take it in for its oil change. And they're taking it to the place where the guy that does the oil change wears a white coat. Because you got that luxury car. That car is being taken care of. And we aren't taking care of ourselves, aren't making the space to take care of ourselves. So let's do that. We deserve to be cared for. So plan for 2022 for you. I know everybody said, this is my year. No, but this is your year going forward. And it doesn't end on December 31st.
No.
These things I'm talking about are so important and have such meaning that it will affect those around you. Your sphere of influence will change. When we are in a good place, we can help others get into a good place. And then we bring that positivity into society. And that person who might be having a bad day that day, not going to trigger you because you're taking care of yourself.
Yep.
You're
just going to let it roll off your back. Right. So true.
Absolutely. And then plot your path, mapping out your next steps. So maybe you want to go to school. Maybe you want to start a business. Maybe you want to learn drawing or painting. You have to plan these things in your schedule. Plan them. Those things are important. We need things that give us joy. We need those things. So plan that in your schedule. Now, that does not take away your me day.
Okay. That's something altogether separate.
Yeah. As enjoyable as it may be, that does not take away your me day. So you have to have that me day and then add something that's good for you. Don't tell me I can't. I work 40 hours, 60 hours, 80 hours, 90 hours. Your boss is. They're on the golf course. I get it. Deals are made on the golf course. Yeah, but they're still on the golf course.
Right.
You're still sitting in front of a computer or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So look for that thing. And then if you don't have that thing, it's okay. This is the day I'm just going to walk, or I'm going to swim, or I'm going to veg. Again, your me day, and then that thing that you want to do. Plan it out. Plot it out. If you are going to take a class, take a day and say, you know what, I'm going to go check out that campus. Go check out the campus. Go walk around, see where it is. Or I want to move, I want to move. So go look in the neighborhood that you want to move to.
Yeah. Start planning.
Yes. Instead of like, I got 2 weeks, I gotta get my friends to pack up my stuff, and then, I just got this. No. Slowly but surely. I'm always gonna go to God.
Absolutely. He's first. Right.
Absolutely. And I love that in our church, we are doing the Sacred Slow. We are encouraged to read the Sacred Slow by Jolie Britt. I'll put it in the chat. I
Okay.
can't remember her first name. Alicia Shawne Britt. And this is one of my pastor's mentors. But she really talks about us slowing down to be able to spend time in one space. Spend time
Okay.
in one space. We're so busy. It's hard to shut our brains off. It's hard to shut our mouths off. I got things to do. But,
Mhm.
owning the sacred slow, it's okay to slow down. And that's the one thing that, I loved about COVID. I apologize, but it slowed people down.
It did. It really did. It sure
Girl,
did.
I'm having a flash.
In some instances, it stopped them dead in their tracks, So,
Yes.
mhm,
It helps us reevaluate what truly is important
mhm.
in our lives. And, when we're not connected to our source, our creator, for me, my heavenly father, we're winging it out here.
Mm.
We are told to seek wise counsel, but we're too busy to be still to hear it.
Mhm.
If you ever gone to the racetrack and you hear those cars going around, all you hear is meow, 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 because you're moving too fast. So slow down. It's okay to slow down. And I'm loving that. And I encourage people to journal. So in the process of your planning, one of those days, whether it's I'm going to take up art day or I'm going to, just me day, get a journal, paper, notebook, audio, whatever it is, and just journal.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Just write
Journal.
it down.
Look at things, gratitude, whatever it is. You know.
Mhm.
Tell me if I'm over my time because I got a couple more
Well,
steps.
the audience, they're chiming in and
Oh,
saying some things. I got your information scrolling down at the bottom. Let's just see what they're saying.
okay.
Their comments, and they're loving it. They're saying good stuff. Somebody said the Calm app is good to kind of keep you calm.
Yes, the
Um,
Calm app. Hmm.
Somebody said this is true. Put yourself first. Several people type no in all caps, like you said.
Yes.
Somebody said take your PTO and don't take your work with you. Good time
Yes.
off. You have to remember we aren't the CEO. Yes,
Yes.
definitely. Somebody says preach, preach. And traffic, you got to plan for traffic. So yes, everything that you're saying, you're hitting it head on according to what they're saying. And I agree wholeheartedly. Sometimes you just have to sit down and listen to things like what you're sharing with us and just say, you know what? Let me slow down. Somebody else said, many of us have a hard time handing over the reins for a bit. No one can do it as well as me, or like I want it done. Oh, that's so true. No, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, right. You have to just say, you know what? You got to help me. Yeah.
This is so true. And to those who are like me, that this is a challenge,
Mm-hmm.
one day we won't be here.
Ooh, that's deep, but true. So true.
One day we
Mm-hmm.
won't be here and somebody else is going to pick up the reins and do it.
Yep.
And it won't be like the way we do it, but it's going to get done. So for
Mm-hmm.
me, I had to learn. I learned this from one of my business mentors that we have to plan for succession. That
Mm.
means plan for being able to hand off to someone else
Mm-hmm.
because we've moved on, we've grown, apart from it. It is the end of this season for us.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the other thing. Oftentimes, and I know y'all gonna throw apples at me. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay. We hinder other people's blessings and growth for those of us who have a hard time handing over the reins
Mm.
because we got to get it done. We know how to get it done. We don't have the patience to wait for them to get it done the way they're going to do it. And we hinder them from allowing themselves to grow
Mm-hmm.
and be a blessing.
Ah, that's deep. It's another way of looking at it. Yeah.
I'm speaking to the choir, right?
That's so
and,
true.
and understanding that even if it doesn't get done the way that we do it, which is the most efficient possible simplistic way, because we are right,
Right,
it can
right,
still get done.
right. So
And when
true.
we allow them to do that, guess what? We have a
Mhm.
little more me time.
That's so true. Oh my gosh. Get look at the big picture. Well,
Yeah.
this is good stuff, Elise. I appreciate you so much coming on. You guys, she's going to come on every month and give us tidbits. And this is awesome for, planning out the year for 22. Somebody else said type A personality folks find especially difficult. Absolutely. That's me. I'm a type A. So true. So true. But we got to have you back on to talk more. Oh my God, this is good stuff. And one of the things that you talked about is we have to slow down. But I think it's so important for us to not only slow down, but to listen to things like this coming from someone else. And that's when you have that Oprah aha moment, like,
Mhm.
So this is awesome. Good stuff. So what did you want to share with us that you wanted to you're so excited about?
Well, this year, I this year is the year for me to step out, and I've been working in my time frame planning. See,
Okay.
I'm doing the things that I'm sharing with you, and I'm going to have my beta 90 planning your year for the 90-day session. Starting in February. So I'm looking for people who are interested in, you know, doing this beta test with me. And you're going to get all of me. I'm sharing with you bullet points, but you're going to get like the good stuff when you get in there with me. And it'll be a 6-week opportunity. Once a week we'll get together. It'll be on Zoom. You'll bring what you want to work on your calendar or planning out your year, and we're going to work together. And so this is going to be your cohort is going to be small, 8 to 12 people, so that everyone gets individual attention. And so I'm excited. That's going to start in February. So if you're interested in participating in that, shoot me an email at dreamcastconsulting um, at gmail.com. Yeah, I was looking at the scroll. Yeah, dreamcastconsulting at gmail.com, and put in the subject mini course.
Okay.
Mini course. And you will be contacted. You'll be the first. We'll get you going. We'll be excited. So it'll go from February 3rd through the first week of March. And I'm here to change your lives and grow and change my life too. And then my other excitement is that next week, my online store, my inspiration launches. And one of my favorite things is reminding myself that I am a chronic pain thriver. And just because I have a lot of pain doesn't mean that I can't thrive in this life. And so my goal is to be positive and to share that with others. And so this is my first
Oh,
t-shirt, and it's Be a Positive Thriver.
love it.
And so I'm excited about it. Yeah, mine's a big shirt though.
I love
I
that.
want to encourage people
Awesome.
to be positive thrivers. So if you send me that email, you will get on my mailing list, and those that definitely want to be in that beta course, you will definitely get the special attention, and you'll be the first to know about all these things as they're going live. And yeah, I'm excited to
Yay.
step forward this year. One more thing, if you haven't picked your word, think about it. My word for me this year is consistency. I
Mm,
want to be consistent in the things that I'm doing because God already reminded me that I have everything that I need within me. So I need to be consistent. What is your word that is going to challenge you and motivate you and move you forward this year?
I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. Awesome. So you guys make sure if you have any questions for her, put in the comment section. If you're watching this previously recorded on YouTube or Facebook, put it in there. She'll go and check and get with you. Make sure you jot her information down, scrolling there at the bottom of the screen. Awesome, Elise. I'm super excited for you. 22 is your year, my year, all of our year. But we got a
Yes.
plan. We got a plan and have some me time, right?
Mhm. Most important, high up on the list.
That's
Absolutely.
it. That's it. And she'll be back, you guys. I've asked her to be our life coach to come on every month. So she'll be back to share more goodies with us. So thank you so much for coming on. You are amazing. Enjoy the rest of your vacation. She took out time on her vacation to come on Let's Talk. So enjoy. She's sipping. Enjoy your time off. And we'll see you next month. Okay.
Thank you. God bless, guys.
See you. Bye bye. She is amazing, you guys. I love her to pieces. I hope you guys really got a lot out of that. I want our 22 year to go off really well, and that we put more time aside for ourselves. So as we close out the show, you guys, I just want to leave you with a positive thought. And Elise touched on it quite a bit in terms of, don't let anybody steal your joy or get underneath your skin, that kind of thing. And I somebody said something mean the other day, and I thought, and I said, I can give that energy, or I could just not give it energy. So let me share with you what I this quote, and it's from an unknown source. So basically it says, being strong doesn't always mean you have to fight the battle. True strength is being an adult enough to walk away from the nonsense with your head held high. So just remember that. Again, going back to what Elise said, make sure you carve out some special time for you. Make sure you keep you happy. If you're not on par, you can't be any good to anyone. And if no one hasn't told you this week that they love you, know that I love you. Stay safe out there. For those of you, especially Georgia, Midwest, and the Northeast, stay safe and warm. If no one hasn't told you they love you, know that I love you. Stay safe. Wear your mask, KN95 or N95. No cloth mask. Take care of yourself. Okay. And remember, do one good thing for one person each day, and you can affect 365 lives. And with that, you guys, I'm out.